In this tutorial, we will cover the library application's search function. We will go through how to search and find your assets, how to create saved searches, and how to find existing saved searches. For this tutorial, we assume that you already have a Mediabank account and that you're logged in. Let's start by looking at the free text search, which is in the top left corner of the application. This is a Google-style search where you can search for anything in free text. Your search will narrow down the amount of assets, making it easier to find exactly what you're looking for. If I want to limit it even more, I will hit space and write another keyword. You can add as many search words and criteria as you want. If you want to search for something that matches exactly, you need to put it in quotation marks. It will show you all assets that have your search words stored in their metadata. If you're unsure of how something is spelled, you can write the first letters and add an asterisk. The search will show you everything that starts with the letters you wrote. You can add an asterisk in front as well. Clear the search simply by clicking the X. The free text search is powerful and fast. Now let's move on to the Smart Search. Smart Search is essentially where you build up a search based on certain criteria. Once you have saved your search, it shows up in the Saved Searches section. This search module is available throughout the different workspaces. The Smart Searches work like a filter that automatically uses all the criteria for that search. Adding criteria will keep narrowing down your search. It doesn't need to be equal. You can say it is not equal to something, or defined or not defined. If you wish to add or remove criteria, simply hit the plus or minus button. If you want a more open search, you can choose to match any of the criteria. The pre-configured filters are listed on the top, and then all the other keys are listed alphabetically. Let's make this a saved search. Simply give the search a name in the text box and choose whether the search should be private, available to a group, or public. If you make it private, only you can access it. Visible to group will let you select groups to share it with, and public means everyone in your company account can access it. Once I save it, a saved search appears in this section. If you want to alter your search, you can click it and modify it as you'd like and hit the Save button. The Save As button will let you create a new saved search. In other words, you can use an existing search and save subversions of that search very quickly. Once you have access to a lot of searches, you should know that you can search for the saved search you're looking for. When I start typing, it immediately filters out everything else. You can also manage which ones you want to see by clicking the eye icons here. This is just your visible or non-visible shortcuts to searches. You can only delete a saved search should you be the owner of the search. Simply click the X and delete. You can also choose to make a saved search your default search. Every time you log in or update the page, the library will automatically be filtered to fit the criteria of the search. Saved searches are smart. Every time there is a new asset that meets the criteria of your searches, it will automatically be added to the search results. If you make decent searches in terms of criteria, it'll make your everyday life working with Mediabank extremely easy, because you can just click and navigate through them. Another great way of narrowing down your search results is by using the Created function. If you know that you're looking for assets that were created before or after a certain date, you can even choose to show assets created within a specific time frame. It's important to remember that these dates refer to when the asset was ingested into Mediabank, not the file's creation date. Another very useful function is this one. If you're only interested in the most up-to-date assets, you can check this box and limit your search to only show the latest assets. You can choose between hours, days, weeks, or even months. Keep in mind that this will automatically update as time goes by. There is a manual way of handling assets in Mediabank as well, and that is called projects. They work very similarly to searches, but they don't have any limiting criteria, and they're not as intelligent. Let's try to create a project. What you can do is choose one of your searches and select the assets you want added to your project. Click the main menu and Add to Project. You can also choose to add a new project. Projects work like a folder or hard drive where you can manually add or remove assets. If you want to add or remove a single asset, you can right-click on it and hit Add or Remove from Project.